I want Kaya to do the intro. He hasn't done it in a long time.
Come on, read the script. What did you say?
Yeah, we rehearsed this, Kaya. Come on.
Fuck you. I would feel like such a goober if I did the exact same thing now. All right, well, welcome back to the most professional podcast where we start and then we crash, so we have to do the intro again. Don't worry, we didn't lose too much audio. It was only 1 minute and 40 seconds, but this is episode 82. That's a milestone right there. That's almost 2 years. Well,
almost 200 hours of content.
No.
God. Ugh. It's weird to
Even
think
if
about.
you assumed each episode to be 2 hours, it would still be like 160 hours.
That's a...
No, but we have bonus episodes and shit too. It's 200 hours of content. We've put 200 hours of our lives into this shit show. Well, probably more if you include editing and everything.
almost 10 days.
God.
How many CDs do you think could fit all of it?
I actually did the math on that based on the math that other people did. As you will remember.
Yeah,
I
you did
asked
the math
people
of
to
going
do
on the subreddit.
Reading
I
the
did-
top post.
People did the math on how many CDs it was, which was like 86,000 CDs roughly. And I did the math. You could use 86,000 CDs to line the bottom of an Olympic pool. It almost exactly, actually. It's beautiful.
That's cute.
That is kind of cute. I mean, you wouldn't want those CDs in there since it's like fucking child porn or whatever the subject was, but
Yeah.
the fact that you could
probably.
fit that many CDs in there is pretty impressive.
Do you guys ever get fascinated by big data and just collections of numbers and shit? I think about that stuff constantly.
Depends on what.
Like,
kind of
like
data.
let's say you hop on Steam and it's like you've played this game for 400 hours, and you just think, God damn, how many full days of my life is that? That's like a month straight of just playing this. If you were to do it all at once.
Yeah, but that's just depressing, not fascinating.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's equally depressing and fascinating. I love that kind of shit. It's completely useless, but I think it's fun.
Not useless to them. It's useless to you, maybe.
What's one?
That's something they pay big dollars for to get that kind of data. Cambridge Analytica and shit.
That's right. They go on the Google and they survey the customers. How many months of Team Fortress 2 have you played?
Probably not even a month. Well, did you have like a couple of months in there? What number were you working with, Andrew?
Oh no, I was just making a comment on the whole thing, but I think actually Team Fortress 2, now that I think about it, is my most played game of all time. I can do the math right now. I can go on Steam right now. I have 468 hours on record of Team Fortress 2.
Jesus.
There you go.
How much? 20 days?
Maybe more.
A little more.
Yeah.
20 days. God, Jesus fucking
So,
hell.
I mean, you just think about that in a purely analytical context. Like, imagine for 20 days straight, no sleep, no nothing. Just playing Team Fortress 2. That's the same
but
experience.
I imagine you only played a few hours a day.
Yeah, of
Right.
course. Since it
Which-
came out, too, yeah.
Yeah, which... what did that specification say of the mental illness? I forgot they had a little threshold of at what point it becomes an addiction and a mental disorder. But I forgot how much. But you have to be...
Are we
pretty
addicted to
badly-
doing this podcast?
Yes.
Is that what you're
Jackson,
saying?
1 hour a week is so addictive and such hard work.
I can't get
I
enough
think I'm
of
gonna
this
have to
shit.
stop. My doctor advises that I've got a problem.
All right, let's break on the new topic.
Hold our hand, Andrew.
All right,
Oh my
I've
God.
found, and I think that I'm gonna go in on a gamble here. You guys can say this is dumb, and it probably is, but I decided for this episode we should ask the top 20 open-ended questions to talk to your children about.
That's dumb.
This is
Exactly.
like Bible questions.
No, it's just
Great.
they're just general feel-good topic starters. I thought we could
Do you
just
have the questions, or
yeah, I got them in
or
front of
is
me.
this-
Yeah.
Okay, well.
All right, these
what's
are
the
made.
first
These are
question?
made for children, so I hope that we can get some good arguments out of this.
Uh-oh.
All right, the first one. What is your favorite part of the day and why?
Recess.
When mummy breastfeeds.
Is this a list some sad old mother wrote? Do you really need a list to talk to your kids? Is this really the top priority?
You know,
where did the priest touch you?
You know what, Kaya? You say that, and yet the website is from a How to Be a Mother website. So you fucking hit the nail on the head.
A cyborg automaton who has to be taught how to feel. Like, yes, beep boop. Ask child how they went. Beep. What the
Don't
fuck?
forget to feed it.
What do you like about existence?
Do not discuss politics with the child.
Jesus Christ. You'd think a lot of this would just be intuitive.
All right, so the answer we have here is recess and breastfeeding. Here's a better one. Number 2. What makes a nice friend?
Breastfeeding.
Jackson, you're not allowed to say breastfeeding for every question.
How fast he can run on the playground.
How many friends he has?
I'm gonna say how many cool toys he has. Fuck the friend. I was that kind of friend where, like, if my friend got an Xbox and I didn't have one, I'd be like, yeah, we should hang out, and then I'd just want to play Halo.
Yeah, but you were the type of friend that pretended to be gay.
I mean, that was just for summer camp during 5th grade.
Oh, you have a PlayStation? I really like your bulge.
It was a very complicated childhood. I guarantee you guys did that at some point. You had that friend
Oh, fuck yeah.
at school, and you were like I, as a kid, always had Nintendo stuff. So I'd have that friend. He's like, yeah, I got an Xbox, and we all play Halo. And I'm like, oh, we should hang out. And then all I would want to do and ask to do when I got there is play Halo.
Well, I mean, that's
You
kind of
used
like
him.
the gist of the play date.
No. But they'd be all like, let's do something else. And I'd be like, no, let's play Halo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I distinctly remember there was one kid who went to our school, and he invited me to hang out, and he was okay, but for some reason I didn't really want to be friends with him. I think I found him annoying, but he had a Roller Coaster Tycoon, and that was
It's not even a multiplayer game.
well, we played it together. We would design parks together and shit. But I distinctly remember, like, I just adored the game so much that eventually I asked him to stop hanging out with me when I got my own copy.
Oh.
Yeah, I was an asshole.
Yeah, definitely. I did the same thing. I used to use my cousin's computer to play Roller Coaster Tycoon and Neverwinter Nights.
That's
First
another one, yeah.
Oh, such
But come on.
nostalgia.
Kai and I can't be the only ones who you, like, discovered something new through a friend and you only...
I've discovered new things through friends, but I've never
didn't-
used them for it directly.
I didn't like hang out with him though. I just he was I think in college at the time when I was still so little. So as when he wasn't
That'd be weird if he was
around, I
hanging
just-
out with you.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was just annoyed by me. So whenever he wouldn't be home, he would just let me on his computer. So I told you guys that his was the computer where I first discovered porn, hardcore porn.
Oh,
remember?
right.
Yeah, that was that. In between playing Neverwinter Nights, I'd go into his folder and jack off. It was amazing. That was still the best computer I've ever touched in my life.
Ought to be young.
Oh yeah.
So Jackson Charlie, if you didn't, Jesus, Zeus is striking down some fucking angels. It's thundering outside for those of you listening, so my audio might get a little crumbly.
Ooh.
So
We're setting the atmosphere. Nice.
yeah, so Jackson and Charlie, if you guys didn't have that whole friend that you really only liked for that game they have, what were some like games you discovered through your friends then?
Age of Mythology.
Really?
Yeah, we all used to huddle all around the old CRT screen back in the 1800s and take turns sending out troops in Age of Mythology.
It's cute.
But there was this one super nerdy kid who was super good at it, so he never gave up his turn, basically, because he'd just steamroll. And so we'd all just sit around watching him. It was sad.
I think
He
when we were
he
little,
was selfish.
the advent of MMOs began, right? I distinctly remember when I was in like high school, like junior high school or elementary school, we had the Ragnarok, I think. Ragnarok Online came out and that became popular, and then World of Warcraft, obviously. So a lot of my friends started playing that dog shit. I don't know, I was more of a Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne kind of guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I never got super into MMOs, but I liked RTSs.
I couldn't fucking stand RTSs as a kid. I just couldn't do the multitasking they'd ask of me, so I would be like, I'd focus on a corner of the map And I'd be like, yeah, I'm advancing up and going through this flank, and I'm gonna build this and do that. And then I'd look at the other half of the map, and all my men were dead, and all my shit was destroyed every single time. I would get too focused.
Charlie, I watched your video because somebody sent it to me about your anime and college experience. And you had this one memory that I don't remember, where you mentioned me of you wanting to put a CD of Psychonauts on a chain and wear it around your neck.
Wait, what? Wait a minute.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Oh, how did you outdo yourself there just now, Charlie? Wow.
Well, I used to have some cool ideas to be mysterious, and one was putting
That's not cool.
Yeah, well, to me it was, I guess, but I don't know. At the time, like watching anime, they all had like these cool kinks, or well, not kinks, kink being the wrong word, but cool
Gimmick.
like a gimmick. Thank you. And mine was going to be the Psychonauts enthusiast who wears it around his neck.
Oh my lord.
You would have looked like an absolute nut job.
Charlie, I
Yeah.
want to give you some social advice. Instead of doing that, you could just, in a conversation say, so have you guys played Psychonauts?
Well, I think the main problem was my mom didn't ask me enough open-ended questions. She didn't do her research.
I think the main problem is you haven't answered what game you found through your friends.
RuneScape. I don't really have a cool answer to that question.
All right. Then I'm going to move on to question number 3, open-ended question for children.
Yay.
Okay, we've kind of done this one, but it says, what magic power do you wish you had and why?
No,
So
we can skip that one.
We've already done that.
it.
All right,
Breastfeeding.
number 4. If you could go anywhere, where would you go and why?
Yeah, but breastfeeding doesn't work for this one.
Yeah, it does. I want to go breastfeed.
Yeah, if you believe you can
Yes.
achieve, Jackson.
It would have to be like a designated breastfeeding spot though for that to work.
Yeah, the
No,
tit.
you could just be a vigilante who goes around breastfeeding people that don't need it.
I feel like there would be a lot of men down for that.
What
What, being
really.
breastfed?
Yeah, I betcha. If you
Oh,
did some
that's a
social
whole
experiment,
fetish.
Oh, hell
have a
yeah,
woman
that
was-
expose
that's a
her
whole-
tit.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
a whole
I'd-
thing.
Lactation is massive everywhere.
Yeah.
What?
Lactation is massive everywhere.
What the fuck does that mean? Is this like a social kink that people have in Australia where women just go around breastfeeding
no.
grown men at
No,
Starbucks?
it's like one of the largest kinks online. Like people are super into lactating titties.
Well, yeah, I know it's a kink, but I mean, if you took a woman and put her on the street corner and literally just pulled aside men and asked, "Do you want to suck milk out of this tit in public? We're not gonna blur your face." I'm
I
sure
can guarantee
some men
9
would
out of
still
10
do
would
it.
say yes.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I would.
I don't know
Free
if
milk.
I'd suck milk out of a titty.
Why
I
not?
wouldn't,
Free milk.
but
It's free
others
milk.
definitely would.
Good.
Have you ever had breast milk besides when you were a baby?
Charlie,
Can't say I have.
for being on a keto diet and being all about health, you seem to not realize the health properties of breast milk.
Yeah,
Jesus.
you don't seem to realize the taste of breast milk.
Don't you gain the woman's superpowers or something from their milk? Like you get their vagina of bacteria or some shit.
You grow a vagina.
That's
No,
true
when-
for
when-
babies, Jackson. You get their antibodies.
Yeah, when they shove you out of their vagina, like all the juicy stuff attaches to your skin and absorbs into you, and you gain their power.
Yes, that's how it works. But how does
Yeah.
breast milk taste, Charlie? You seem to know.
Oh, I don't. I have no idea, but I hear it's very
Oh
yucky.
yeah, sure. Come on, spill the beans.
Yeah.
What's Tiana's
Yeah.
tit milk taste like?
Ugh.
Ooh.
Was that a solid no?
No, it doesn't even answer that question. I don't know what it tastes like, so it'd be more of a I don't know. Probably bad.
You could
I think
ask
all
her.
breast milk probably tastes bad.
It's just milk.
I mean, think it's warm fucking milk.
Yeah, so is regular
Not if you
cow
chill it.
milk. Cow milk is breast milk.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's not like super warm milk. It's yucky.
Doesn't
it's like
cow
drinking
milk-
pee-pee.
Doesn't cow milk taste bad if it's straight out of the tit though? Don't they have to like put it through
Yeah,
a whole
they treat it.
process?
They treat it and stuff. Yeah, I'm sure it probably tastes like shit. But like breast milk is gonna be like all warm and shit. It's like literal titty pee-pee.
If you in the comments have drank breast milk, let us know how it tastes.
I'm kind of interested in knowing how it tastes now.
Yeah, I would definitely try it at the very least, for sure.
Oh, I definitely try it, but I don't know if I saw some woman popping her tits out on the side of the road, I'd pull over for
Yeah,
a
gross.
quick bite.
What if she was like a super hot model though, with nice big jugs?
Yeah.
That
I'd
probably would never
absolutely
happen.
do it. I wouldn't even think about it.
Wait, you would do it?
She'd be like, "Sir, do you?" And then I'd already be on the tits.
You'd be attached like a leech. You're not going anywhere.
Sorry,
Just
what?
draining,
Wait, what are you?
draining all of
Trainer,
it.
yeah.
What are you asking me to do? I was busy. Speaking of draining the woman of their tit milk, MVMT sunglasses. Movement sunglasses. Summer is upon us, and Movement is dropping all new sunglasses to get you ready for long days of soaking up the sun.
Movement sent us all some stylish sunglasses, and we got to wear them. And I think I speak for all of us when I say we absolutely love these glasses.
Can't get enough of them.
They do everything that they advertise. They look awesome, and they're just great sunglasses for an affordable price. So you can head over to movement.com/official to have a look at their large selection of sunglasses. There's no crazy prices here. Well, there are crazy prices actually, but in the correct way. No really large prices. Really good quality glasses. Go check them out. Movement.com/official. You get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns. That's movement.com/official. Yeah, mvmt.com/official. Check it out.
We'll do it traditionally. Movie titles for each one. I'll start. M for Martyr.
V for Victorious, the Nickelodeon TV series.
That works.
I'll go for March of the Penguins with M.
Troll Hunter.
All right, well, moving on to number 5. Oh, okay, well, actually, shit. Apparently the rest of them... Okay, wait, no, we're good. No, this one has... Some of them have supplemental material. Like, I don't think we can answer the existential question, what is this book about?
Oh.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
What book?
It has...
Yeah, right.
There's more to some of these questions. So, all right, here's the general ones. What are you thankful for today, and why?
Jesus fuck.
What kind of questions are these? My parents never asked me what I'm thankful for.
The exact name of the article is 20 open-ended questions for kids you should ask.
It's like a Turing test.
It's really
almost.
weird. It's fucking bizarre.
Like, can this child fool me into thinking he's a real human? What are you thankful for? What do you think of the butterfly? It's like the Blade Runner questions. You come upon a turtle. It's on its back. It's a beach. It's sundown. What do you do? And then they shoot the replicant in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think God's trying to strike me down now. I'm sorry.
Sounds like somebody's just moving furniture in your house.
Yeah, but constantly and outside in the sky. All right, so what are we all thankful for, boys?
I'm thankful for the possibility of me getting a in-house, indoors, personal IMAX theater.
Jesus.
That really?
It's not a possibility.
It's a possibility. It'll maybe one day.
What, did you enter
If-
a contest? Like,
No, they...
Well, just through hard work and determination.
God, the IMAX is offering like personal home IMAX theaters for $400,000.
that's...
But they come to your house, put seats in a room.
That's
with one of their cool IMAX theater projections that you can play like new movies from, like movies that are in the cinemas. I know this because Kim Kardashian recently tweeted saying, "Just watching The Incredibles 2." With smiley faces, a bunch of emojis as they usually do. And someone replied saying, "Why are you on your phone, Kim? Get off your phone in the theater." And then she replied with the biggest flex I'd ever seen, saying, "I'm in my own personal theater."
Jesus.
In my house, I could go on my phone.
That's pretty
I was
cool,
like, God
actually.
damn.
Wow.
I want to be that person.
In her
But then-
negative space castle that she lives in with Kanye.
It's just empty apart from the theater.
Yeah.
Do you have
God, that's
to
cool.
pay the licensing fee for every movie then, though?
Oh yeah, but that's like a drop in the hat if you can afford the IMAX theater itself.
I guess so.
I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure at a certain point, like, they'd pay you to play that movie at your place.
I mean,
Just throw like
what do
a
you
party around it.
the licensing fee has to be some sort of a bundle deal with the IMAX room, though, because setting up like a cinema room isn't that expensive. It's certainly much cheaper than $400,000 if you wanted to.
I think most of the cost comes from like they use a specific style as like scientifically accurate to an IMAX presentation, and
It's
they
a
give
branding
you.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
One
this
of
is not a
their
movie
top of the
theater, it's
line.
an Apple movie theater. Even though you
Oh,
could
yeah,
get
kinda.
this exact same experience, if not much better, just picking your own parts, picking your own screen, your own sound system and such in an own projector, but I guess then they wouldn't let you rent the movie.
Can you get IMAX projections? I
The
thought
fucking
maybe
projector,
you would have to buy it.
Jackson's not magic. It's not some secret
it is
ancient
magic, isn't it?
technology only they have access to. It's some locked away in an IMAX vault. It's not like the Coca-Cola formula.
Why do people love going to IMAX movies then?
Same reason they like buying Apple. It's a fucking thing. They're basically synonymous with movies at this point. It doesn't mean they hold the monopoly on good-looking projection.
I'd still go IMAX theater for 400k.
Of
And that's
course
what I'm
you
thankful
would.
for today.
Sure.
Oh,
You s-
imagine
you
if they
s-
sponsor us and give us each a theater room.
Yeah, I'm sure they.
Yeah, of
They'd
course.
find a lot of success with
Yeah.
all the people that can afford $400,000 worth of IMAX equipment
Yeah.
that are listening right
Well,
now.
these ads.
Everyone feel free to reach out to IMAX to say that you're waiting for their sponsorship on the official podcast.
Well, this sponsorship deal only cost us $1.6 million. I hope it was worth it.
There. Contact them and tell them you want us to receive free lifetime tickets to anything. This is what.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Have you
Free
guys?
tip milk.
This is apparently a hazard if you're any sort of hotel owner across the planet, is you will regularly get emails from a bunch of entitled douchebag YouTubers, those social influencers they call themselves, who demand they stay at your hotel for free, your 6-star hotel, so that they give you a positive review on their channels. Usually these
Oh.
women.
I heard about that. I know who you're talking about. I forgot her name, but yeah, she was like this YouTube personality who
One of
fucking
many.
trashed it.
Apparently.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that
a lot
common?
of very common apparently, that owners of all of these high-end hotels have just gotten so fucking sick of getting all these messages from those hoes demanding free stays in exchange for, I'm gonna write a good review on my blog for you. I wonder if we could somehow get away with that. Just strong-arm the movie theater into giving us free tickets.
Well, I mean, how much are tickets? They're like $10.
We
usually.
need
Yeah,
an
but-
easier target, like maybe Bad Dragon dildos. We demand you make molds of our penises.
Well, that's not. I'm not getting anything out of it. I don't need a bad dragon dildo up my
I'll take
ass.
it.
Yeah, I'll collect them.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's what Andrew meant.
absolutely.
he'll collect them.
I'll display them on my mantle.
He'll
yeah.
collect as many as he can into his anus.
Over and over repeatedly.
Like antlers on your
Chris-
walls.
I just need more. Keep running out.
Here's the alien model. I acquired this 2
Yeah.
years ago at an auction.
I just don't want a used one, so I use it once and then throw it away. I need more.
Maybe we should also get butthole molds of us as well, so that our gay members of the audience can have fun.
Why don't we just full body cast ourselves and sell it so you can like have us as your friend in your house? You can like pose us around and shit. You can do whatever you want.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's fucking disturbing.
Yeah, that would be disturbing.
Permanent fucking grinning face of one of us just sitting in your corner. Watching
Oh.
everything.
How's that more like concerning than just a penis mold? Like, what's the difference, really?
It's just
a
a
dick.
dildo.
It's just a dick. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's our dick.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
just
I
at the
don't
end
know
of the
why I
day, it's
used the
just
collective
a
our.
toy versus
We
you have
share it.
you have my whole body and my face just sitting on your couch there like a sex doll, presumably with some AI robotics imbued. So I'm just gonna be sitting there going, "Give me your cock," inhaling cum.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that. No.
Well,
That's an open-ended question that I just made up and isn't on this website. If
yeah. You can
You
ask
sure?
your kids.
if you were made into like an action figure or a toy, what do you think your little like push the button and say a phrase would be?
Little Timmy, what kind of sex doll would you like to be?
Yeah.
What would your catchphrase be?
Probably like I'm gonna fucking come or something. I don't know. Just get all the middleman out. Just
No
show
means
them what it's
no.
for.
Just no.
Just a long droning no. Mine
Yeah.
would be a high-pitched frequency that reigns for 30 minutes.
I just make them feel super guilty and try to make them like give me a way to a good home.
Good home for a doll.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what?
Are you
What's a
chucking?
bad home for a doll?
Well, I thought these guys were fucking us or some shit.
Who's
Are we not-
fucking action figures?
Are we not getting
Oh.
fucked?
Well, no, you
I thought
can't
the whole-
fuck. I mean, if they're big enough, like mannequins. It happens
Yeah,
in
no, he
Turkey.
said
regularly.
I gotta go to a good home.
There's people who fuck dolls as well.
Absolutely. Not even dolls, even. I mean, in Turkey, there's always, every month, there'll be a news report of a guy who breaks the window of a like clothing store to climb in and fuck the mannequins.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
What a
Wait,
hero.
it's the same dude?
No,
Yeah, they're really bad at policing. They just
He keeps wearing a suit to his trials. They have to let him go.
they just show up and they're like, "Oh, you got me again. All right, get out of here, you scamp." It all ends like a fucking like Scrappy from Scooby Doo. They're just all like Ishmed, and everyone goes, "No."
Can't stay mad at him.
He's so precocious. Get out of
He's
here.
fucking mannequins. He's already at rock bottom.
We ready for another question?
Yeah.
Sure.
What else are we asking our kids?
So this one might be one of my favorites. It's one of the ones that is supplemental materials. All it says is, "Tell me what happened."
What? That's just... Alright, tell me where the bad man touched you, Timmy. What happened?
Let's see here. All right, what did you like most about school and why?
Nothing.
Yeah, I hated all of school until college.
I feel like there were some things I liked about school.
Sports, I guess, like when you
Yeah.
could do recreational activities. Yeah, that's cool.
I hated
You know, I
everything in
guess
school
about-
until college.
School is nice for is that it's just such an easy life at that moment.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
you
was
don't
walking the
realize.
other day and I was walking past these two kids and I don't know, they look like 13 and 14, just two little boys. And I walked past and I overheard them talking about, one was telling the other about how much more difficult high school is. He was like, yeah, dude, you just, I should have been more grateful for what I had. It's so much more difficult now. All the classes there, it's so much work. I never realized how easy we had it a year ago. And I'm just walking past.
Can't
them
even use
thinking,
crayons anymore.
Yeah. Well, now Jackson, you're making jokes. That's true. My mom is a fucking school teacher, and they're basically outlawing crayons because they're not productive.
Ooh, don't dox yourself.
She retired. It's fine.
Yeah. She's safe now. We got her out in time.
Yeah.
Nobody
She's
look
in
for
the-
Mrs. Andrew.
She's in the
teaching.
safe home. But oh man, Kaya, to piggyback on that point, I really miss that. Just kind of you have such a simple perspective on everything. Like
Nothing mattered.
exactly. When I was in Oregon, I was walking through one of the festivals, and these two kids had these foam swords, and they were just standing there like while their mom was ordering food, and they were just standing there hitting each other back and forth with them. And like one would hit one and the other would go, "Ow, you hit me." And then he'd hit him back, and they'd just keep doing this and laughing. And I was like, I miss when I was young enough that like my games consisted of slapping my friends.
Well, it sounds like you were just watching these kids, so it entertained you to a certain degree. So it sounds like you have an easy life too. If you were just sitting there watching these two kids wail on each other.
I was also
You
on
have
a
an
lot of
easy life,
illicit
too.
substances in Oregon, Jackson.
Oh yeah, true.
What does that mean? It turns you into a pedophile or something? What do you mean? You're just sitting
fuck
there
does-
staring at kids.
Laughing
It's not
at two
a
kids
I wasn't
doesn't make you a
staring at them. I was
pedophile.
walking by. It wasn't like I was like, "Yes, children, have fun." I was strolling through the festival and I watched this as I was walking by.
What the fuck? He didn't say he was eyeing their
Yeah.
asses or something. Just, sometimes it is fun to just
But
watch a
literally,
little kid just fall over on the playground or something.
their whole game though was just take a foam sword and just go back and forth hitting each other. And it's like these days I need way more stimulation. I need like a fully interactive something, like a
Give me more stimulation, kids.
yeah, hit me with two swords. No, it's like I don't know, like I need to be doing something, like a game or a
Yeah.
movie or anything, or be productive. But as a kid, you literally could have fun for hours just whacking each other with swords. Back
Well,
and
it's not
forth.
like they might not have been having fun either. They were forced
They
there by
were
their parents. That's
laughing.
all they
Still-
could
No,
do.
they were
Interesting,
laughing
though.
and yucking it up. They were having a great
They haven't
time.
gotten jaded yet. You can see
Yeah.
this in every
They
life
they
form,
were in
even-
Oregon. Who knows what substances they were on?
Fair enough. No, I mean, you
Who
joke,
knows?
and yet, knowing Oregon, you might be exactly right.
You
Now,
see that in every life form, right? Even cats, like you get a little kitten that it'll play with everything, and then by the time they're 1 year old, you can point a laser pointer right at their nose, and they don't give a fuck anymore.
exactly.
You get jaded, man. People get fucking jaded. I miss high school in Turkey, where my friend and I would just sit in religion class and giggle to ourselves like drunk assholes. Get kicked out, go to his house, watch anime, listen to him go on about how Jews did 9/11.
I'm I'm missing
A standard
the
Turkish
days.
experience. yeah.
I'm missing high school where the common fun prank was you'd take an eraser and run a paper clip through it and then jam it in the electrical socket and it would catch on fire. I miss that shit so much. Just trying to find whatever ways you can to be destructive for no reason.
Oh, holy shit. I remember a story from my high school, actually. Have you guys heard of the game Washing Machine? It's where everyone's...
Everyone climbs in the washing machine.
Everyone climbs into the washing machine, turns it on, and has a fun ride. No,
Right, it sounds like the gayest thing. Like, did you just take off your clothes, give it to people, and they spit on it to wash it or something?
Yeah, it's a fun game. 9 out of 10 kids who play survive.
Well, actually, that's where the interesting part comes in. So, a quick rundown. Basically, 3 or 4 people stand in a circle. And I think it's not really a game, it's a bullying thing, actually. And they start pushing one person around to each other, like in a circle, like you just push them around.
Oh.
And you keep pushing them around until they get dizzy and fall over or some shit, I don't know. But there was this one group of people that took it too far, and we had cooking classes, they were in the kitchen and pushed the dude super hard. He flew into the bench, and then fell off the bench onto a knife, and I
just
think it
a
went into
rogue
his
random
abdomen.
knife.
Why was there a random knife there?
Sounds
Well,
like
it fell down from the
planted it.
bench.
Hey guys, we're gonna play washing machine. Let me put my knife down real quick.
Well, it is a bullying thing.
what do you mean a bullying thing? Did they set it up like that? Just calculate
Yeah,
the
it's like
angles?
a game of Mousetrap.
It sounds more like Final Destination.
No one gets stabbed in Mousetrap, Jackson.
Well, this dude did, and he got lacerated like
Oh.
through the neck or something, and had to go to hospital.
Oh wow.
And I can't remember what ended up
great game.
happening to them.
Unrelated to any of that, this podcast is in fact sponsored by Leesa Mattresses. They're a mattress that's redesigned for a quality night's sleep to help you recover from distractions faster, prevent burnout, make better decisions, improve your memory, and overall, make fewer mistakes.
Millions of simulations to design the perfect mattress to ensure fidelity. If you watched Westworld, you know what that means. These are the best mattresses, lifelike. You will feel like you're sleeping on your significant other. Lisa's mission is to provide better night's sleep for everybody. This is better than what NASA has ever done. Leesa is the peak state-of-the-art technology. Through their 110 program, they donate 1 mattress for every 10 they sell. That's more than 26,000 mattresses and counting. All right, that's a lot of free mattresses for disadvantaged people, homeless people, poor people. They help them. And you can help them by getting $160 off. Ordering your mattress at leesa.com/official. That's LEESA.com/official. They strive to leave the world better than they found it, as we all do, hopefully. But that doesn't stop with mattress donations. Together with the Arbor Day Foundation, Leesa plants 1 tree for every mattress they sell. That's a lot of trees, by the way. leesa.com/official. On that note, though, Andrew, with the rubber and the thumbtack that you put into the electrical socket. It's insane what a destructive little force boys are.
Oh
like
yeah.
little Tasmanian devils, absolute fucking sociopaths. The things that we would do just for shits and giggles, like carve holes into the tables in school, for no fucking reason. We would just sit there with a knife and carve holes into the tables. Just gigantic scars and a giggle when a teacher saw, and I don't know why. Boys are pieces of shit if you don't direct their energy at something constructive.
It's it's just boredom, really. You got all that pent up energy, you got all this shit, and then you guys sitting there for 8 hours a day.
Yeah, I think that's the fault of the school system. It creates monsters. We already know Kyle definitely, was on the side of destruction when he was a kid. How about you and Jackson?
I wasn't destructive, but I was disruptive for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah, same.
Yeah,
same.
I was,
That's more so what it was.
I don't know, there were times I just didn't care. I got kicked out of a music class once because I just openly told the teacher I don't give a shit about this. She said, then you can leave, and I said, okay. And
What a badass.
I got pulled out by security. No, I went to a fairly...
Security?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we had security.
Why? Why didn't you just leave on your own?
Yeah, I don't remember.
What did you do?
Because I think she immediately called security after. Like,
What kind of school did you go to? It sounds
Yeah,
like a
what is
prison.
this?
it was actually one of the tamest schools I know.
Or like
Well, my-
the security.
Every single school
Although-
has security guards.
Yeah, they do actually. That's true.
Yeah.
Not planted in like every room.
They
like
weren't
it's some type
planted.
of,
She
like,
called them on
late-night
the
movie
They
set.
get
She called
called.
him on the PA. Yeah. Security
On
to
the
this
PA?
room. Yeah. And he took me out, and I was like, "All right, I'm leaving. It's fine."
Well, in the time it took him to get to that classroom, you could have got up and left on your own power.
Yeah, but I
That's
didn't.
badass.
I
Why
did
didn't.
it
No,
need a
I didn't
security
want
guard?
to. I was joking. Like I openly.
You-
No, like I told her. I barely remember this, but like I told her, you know, this is fucking boring. I don't care. And she went, "Oh, okay, then you can leave." And I was like, "Oh." And then she called security, and I'm like, "I guess I'm leaving."
Oh, so
My
she
intention-
basically just she wanted to make a point.
Exactly. My intention was
Yeah.
just to like make a shitty joke or a comment or something, but she took it as like, "Oh, well, then you can get the fuck out." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I left. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, boys.
Well, you
are
didn't
just,
leave. The security guard took you.
Yeah.
Where did he
I-
take you? Did he just like put you in front of the schoolyard and
No,
say,
we,
go home or what?
Took
We
your
had,
money
a,
shots.
we had a tiny classroom that was reserved for kids that got pulled out for that period. And you'd sit there and do your homework or something.
Well, that,
That
sounds
sounds-
way worse than music
yeah.
class.
No, that sounds far more productive than music
Yeah.
class. I'd rather just be knocking out my homework instead of listening to old Pop Wiggleberry teach me how to play the clarinet.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I went to a pretty not really much anything school. Yeah.
I remember.
Don't you have assignments and shit in music class though that you'd miss out on?
I think we were watching a movie that day, and
Oh,
it had
what?
supplemental, like a worksheet with it or something, and
Oh,
God, I barely remember this story. I don't even remember what I said, but it was basically along the lines of like, this is boring and no one cares.
school can be so terrible. Now that you mentioned that, it reminded me of my own thing where I was a little boy, and we had in Germany. This is in Germany. This is in whatever it's called, grade school, and I had to go to religion class. Even there, at that time, they still had that. But because I guess my mom, when she signed me up to the school, she told them that I was Muslim. I had to take some weird Muslim class taught by a guy who knows nothing about Islam. So he just played cartoons for us. By just terrible cartoons, and I hated them. So I wouldn't go to class. I would sit somewhere in the lounge or whatever, on the schoolyard. And at some point, I got so bored of ditching that class, I started reading books on my own. This is how bored of a child I was. And I got caught by one of the teachers, and I had to keep going to the religion class, and then they had to call my mom, and they asked her, is your kid a Muslim or not? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, what does that even mean? What is a Muslim? No, I don't want to go to this class. And so there you go, dude. Just what a shitty fucking... This is why I think child labor is a good thing, because obviously boys have so much testosterone and energy that has to go somewhere. You might as well put them into a coal mine instead of having them carve holes into tables and stick rubber into electrical sockets and start fires.
Well, that's usually what like the sports classes bring out.
Yeah. I think it's also a lack of respect for the peers thing. Like if you had a weight class or PE or something, like if it was, you guys can probably disagree, but my perception was always like the coaches got a lot of respect, but the teachers didn't. So like if you were in like a physical education class or they were teaching a health class, everyone would just like behave. But for everyone
That's
else,
also because the coaches were like just like friends. They were friendly with the kids and shit like that. It was like, oh, you get to play games now. Oh, let's have fun.
They were more of an
They
authority
never
figure.
really
They
taught
knew
anything.
Exactly.
how to put
Yeah.
their foot down. Like it just when our coach in Turkey heard us swear, me and my friend once, he just called us into his room and started swearing at us. Told us to repeat what we just said, and we completely shriveled up. I don't even know. They're just Turkey.
what a fucking lesson.
What a move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like some Xbox Live shit. Oh, you're going to swear at me, huh, you little pussy? You piece of shit. Fuck you, man. Where's your
Not
mom? I'm gonna
even
fuck your
I'll
mom.
action.
show you
It
real
just-
swearing, boys.
He considered it very unmanly, like to be swearing as like children, and then do it around women too, like around the girls. So we were playing ping pong. I was,
You got to
just
play
two
ping
little
pong
boys.
in high school? What?
Yeah, we had a ping pong table.
That's awesome.
Did you grow up in some Mad Max slum? It's not
No.
exactly a high-end expense.
It's just a table.
Yeah, our school had really shitty physical education stuff, so
Sounds
all
like
we
you
have
just
is a
said it.
basketball court.
Sounds like you just had a prison guard to whisk you
Yeah.
from room to room.
They gave us a comb and a little thing to make a harmonica out of it.
It sounds like Andrew was in in juvie.
I went to a real tough school. What can I say?
What was I saying?
You're swearing PE teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, we're little kids, so we're just playing ping pong and like, I'm gonna fuck your mom. I'm gonna fuck your mom, faggot. And I guess they overheard us, so he calls us into his room. He's like, come the fuck over here. What the fuck did you say? You call him a faggot? Come on, call him a faggot again. Call me a faggot. And he got up in our face like he was about to slap us, which in Turkey they kind of sort of have the right to do. So we got all intimidated. We were like, sorry, no, we're never gonna swear again. We're really sorry. We didn't know you could hear. That's not what we said. You must have misheard.
So you were trying to pussy out of it instead of just owning up to your mistake.
Well, if the fucking giant...
You should have doubled down on it. Fuck you, old man. Suck my dick.
And then he beats the shit out of you.
Oh, you want me to suck your dick? I'll show you that.
God, no.
Yeah, let me show you how to suck a dick.
I'll show you how to
fucking
suck a
faggot.
dick.
Our sports coach was a big butch man. But then we got a second coach who was a big butch woman who played in the Olympics, and she was amazing with kettlebells.
That
and
sounds
she had
awesome.
such gigantic hands that the former coach was intimidated by her.
That sounds
He did
awesome.
not want to piss this bitch off. And they were in the same room, and no. There are just some teachers, as a kid you learn that there's some teachers you don't want to fuck with. And then other teachers that where no matter what you do, it doesn't matter. Maybe they're going to cry. Maybe they leave the classroom. It just doesn't matter at all. Do you have any other open-ended questions for human babies?
There was one more, I believe. Let's see here. Open-ended question. Again, what are you most excited about? And then the last
fuck
one is,
that
what did you do this weekend? But I don't think any of us adhere to a weekend schedule anymore.
Can we announce that thing that's happening in
No,
a little while?
not yet. We're not allowed to, but soon. But
Alright, well, soon.
Oh,
Soon
I
you'll hear about something.
I've got an open-ended question for children that we can partake in. What is like the two questions actually? I'll break it up. What is the biggest rule you ever broke?
what's the follow-up?
Well, the other one was going to be what's the worst secret you ever told?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to tell you my deepest, darkest secrets.
No, I meant of someone else's. No, I wasn't asking to like get underneath you.
Oh, I
and figure
was
everything
told.
out. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not going to
Well,
tell
now
you
you're going to make
secrets.
us, yeah. What? You want us to break our seal of truth and sanctity?
No, one that Jesus Christ, one that you've already blown the lid on.
Oh,
I haven't,
Well,
though.
I have never.
Yeah. You're the shittiest investigator. Like in a cross-examination. What kind of laws do you break?
Let's go one.
Why are you acting like it's normal though? Why are you acting like it's normal that it's that you break promises or tell people secrets?
Well, I mean, as a kid, sometimes you can't hold in a secret.
It sounds like you shared a really big secret.
Yeah, what's
really.
the big secret?
Yeah,
that
what's
you
your big
found?
secret?
I
Tell everyone on the podcast now.
Yeah, who was it too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give away their names.
Oh, I'm not telling you anything again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember anything that I really broke a
Jesus.
promise on, like a secret. I just thought it'd be an interesting question.
Well, then let's handle the other one. Do we count using proxies to get around the school filter? For the computer.
Oh.
Jesus, what a lame rule to break.
That's the only rule I would
Oh.
ever break. I was a typically good person.
Well, it doesn't have to be.
Is this question specific to school now or what?
No, I just meant in general.
I thought you meant
the
in
biggest
school.
rule.
Multiple traffic violations. There you go.
I've peed on churches.
Really?
Me
Not
too.
actually, not more than one.
But I
just
don't think
one.
that's a rule.
It is a rule. I know
It is?
someone who has. I think he's got a record, like a criminal record now because he peed on a holy place. At least over here.
Really?
Really? Over here, it's if you just pee out in public, it can be a sex offender.
Yep, that's
But
true.
yeah,
Oh, that's
maybe that's
shitty.
what it
You're
was.
put into the
Yeah.
same registry as pedophiles and rapists and all that shit for just
Yeah.
urinating in public.
That's-
I don't know
that's
how to.
fucked
It's
up.
I don't know how to
incredibly
feel
fucked
about
up.
it, but
You should.
Well, you say it's fucked up, but if wasn't the case, don't you think then a lot of pedophiles would use that as a loophole to just urinate in front of schoolyards?
The thing
like,
is,
oh no, officer, I wasn't touching myself. I was
the
just taking a
thing is-
piss in front of the swing.
thing is, though, you should look into the registry. There's a shitload of problems with it, where a ton of people on there really don't deserve to be on there, or should come off after a certain period of time.
No,
There's
I
clearly
agree.
a difference between someone peeing in front of a school and he's like got a van and a history of fucking kids or some shit, and a guy that's drunk at 2 p.m. at night, at 2 a.m. at night, pissing on a church with no one around.
At the same school.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pretty distinct difference.
I agree. Actually, a buddy of mine's on the sex offenders list for that
Really?
very thing.
Oh my god.
Wow, what kind of company do you keep?
Yeah, some peers, some fucking pissers.
Do I know him?
What did you do?
No, you've never met
Okay.
him, but he was.
He's in jail.
Yeah, he's pissing his life away now.
It was like after a night of hard drinking. I think he was out with us. I can't quite remember, but when he was walking back to his apartment, and there's a big dip in the sidewalk, like where the grass goes like way down. So he just walked down to the bottom and peed down there. And an officer fucking scooted in sideways in his police cruiser, like sirens blazing, yelling at him, and arrested him.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
Power
Wow.
trip.
Jesus. I think that
because isn't that partially because of some sort of a quota police officers have to meet?
That's just a myth to my understanding,
Really?
but a lot of evidence points to that being the case. Yeah.
I really think that we need way more leniency on like basic human functions in terms of those laws. It's like if he's pissing somewhere where the piss isn't going to ruin anything, like if he's pissing in the grass and no one can see him, why is that illegal?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
what's
I'm
the
saying.
fucking problem?
That's how you make people like mistrust and hate cops.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Being an asshole.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's one of the contributing factors, I
like
guess.
to me, it's like I get that laws you're supposed to analyze if they broke them or not, or whatever. But it's like everything should just be on a case basis on the intent of it. Like he's not trying to be weird or not pissing because he's not. It's not like he's pissing on a building or in someone's front yard or something. It's like he just
Or in
yeah,
their
but
mouth.
again,
Yeah.
then you're gonna have people trying to use that as a loophole, using some sleazy lawyer who's gonna argue, no, sir, my defendant, Mr. Maddox here, no, he was not pissing in front of a schoolyard because he enjoyed it. No, it was simply convenient at the time. You see, it would be un-American to detain him for showing his cock to kids.
But they do
You
that
just
already.
know it would happen. Somebody would
That's
try
again by a
to use that.
case by case basis. Hey, here's this guy peeing in front of the school. He's not even hiding it. He's right in the parking lot and fucking car rider circle peeing there.
Yeah.
Like that's very different than the man at 3 a.m. who just walked down into the grass and pissed while the officer fucking helicoptered in and caught him.
So here's an actual question. Here's a legitimate fucking question. Say I'm walking home and I have to take the biggest piss that the world has ever seen. I physically am unable to hold it anymore, and I just piss myself. Is that public urination? Can I go to jail?
Good question.
Yeah.
That is a really good question.
Like, that's why I'm
So if
saying
you piss
human...
your pants.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying,
don't
like,
think
human
so.
fucking functions should really...
I'd say no. I'd say no.
Yeah,
You,
I'd
you're
say
meant to
no.
piss you're meant to piss your pants before you piss on a church.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Well, my
Technically,
mental...
dick isn't out.
That
Right.
might be the stipulation where if you can't see my genitals, that might be the thing that clenches it.
but you can see the pee-pee.
Yeah.
It could be like a
Yeah.
like biohazard type deal.
Yeah.
They get you for indecent exposure,
so-
nothing to do with the actual urination.
No,
No,
public
but- yeah.
urination is a charge.
Public
So
urination.
then how about
Urination is
this?
a
How about
charge.
this?
Yeah.
You put a little tube in your penis, run it down the pant of your leg,
Yeah.
pee outside of that tube. Your penis is never exposed, but you still pissed in public. Then what happens?
All right,
Well,
here's
actually,
an...
I've flipped sides now. If it's public urination and you urinate in public, then you should
Now
go to jail.
here's a really good one. Here's a convoluted one that I actually can't think of an answer. You go to a porta potty and you do the tube thing that Kaya said. You stick your foot in the porta potty, but your whole body is outside. So you're urinating. So listen.
Just piss in the porta potty.
Listen. No. Listen. You're urinating in public, and everyone can see you urinating, but all the urine is going into the toilet. Is it public urination?
Well, no, you don't even need the tube in that case, Andy. You
Yeah.
could just like open up your fly a little bit.
No.
and piss from a
That would
distance.
make your penis visible. This way, your penis is not visible.
This is like a Wile E. Coyote plot where the porta potty is gonna tip over on top of you.
I'm just wondering, what is the line here?
Roadrunner's gonna run by like beep beep.
What is the line here? What's legal and what isn't?
Well, I'd honestly, I'd throw that kind of guy in jail myself. That's just too weird.
Yeah, that's the kind of, that's like some sleazy, shitty Twitch streamer, IRL streamer would do like, bro, my penis wasn't up, bro. What you're arresting me for?
You arresting a man for pissing in a tube? Are you kidding me? Show me the law.
Does this mean that we could technically arrest people who use adult diapers?
Ooh, no. Actually, that's a good point then. I guess pissing yourself in public isn't against the law because then babies and the elderly would have to be arrested.
Yeah.
What if they did just start cracking down on it real hard? We're running out of our quota. Let's just start arresting people that pissed their pants. What an awful way to live. Getting arrested because you pissed yourself.
Oh, God.
Jesus, God, that would be horrible.
Yeah. Then they give you like another special list, like the piss pantser or whatever, like the piss pants list. God, just shame.
The haha wee wee baby list.
Yeah. Never hire this loser.
It's not even like a registry. Like you can still do everything a normal person can, but they use it exclusively to mock you.
I mean, that's what the social contract is in a way. Just we mock you for a little. I don't think people... Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that people for public urination are on a list that'll be cached forever on the internet.
It's not, that's not even the worst part. It's that they're on a list that equates them to like pedophiles and rapists and shit.
Like do they have to alert people whenever they move into a new neighborhood that they're on the list, the registry?
That one I don't know.
I don't know about urinators. I don't know.
Like, do you have to knock on each door and go, sorry, you're now living next to a street pisser?
You don't have to knock on doors, but I think you have to register with the local police department or something. They definitely have to let people know, the authorities know. But I don't know if it's everybody on the sex offender registry or just the severe cases. I don't know.
So what you're saying is there's no one on that list that has to knock on doors? They don't, not even pedophiles?
No. Yeah, no. Not even the worst offenders have to actually go to their neighbors and declare themselves. But obviously people find out there's been a lot of cases in Germany where for some reason child kidnapping used to be very rampant when I was little, which used to freak me out. But there would always be these people who would move into the neighborhood and then the whole neighborhood would mobilize into this pitchfork mob. Rightfully so, obviously, trying to drive the dude out of their neighborhood. As an employer, though, I mean, if I had a business and I was trying to hire somebody and I was Googling his name to find out what the fuck he's about, and I just saw he was on the sex offender registry, I would make sure to check, is he just on this for some bullshit offense? Did he piss on something? And I would call him in and ask him, okay, like, what the fuck did you piss on? What did you do? And if it's not like a children's playground, then yeah, I don't care.
Most employers won't do that, though. There's a surplus of
Yeah.
people needing jobs, so they're just, I'm not even going to bother digging into this guy. He's on the sex offenders list. I don't care what he did.
There's
absolutely.
it's the same shit with felons, where even if they're they've served their time and been rehabilitated and whatever, if that box is checked, they'll just be like, nope, in the garbage, not even looking.
Yeah.
And
you can't really blame them. Like, there's so many people out there that are looking for jobs, and if you see something like that, most employers just are not going to bother because there's so many people to go through.
I mean, I can kind of blame them, though. I mean, it just, in cases
they
where...
should have, like, a designated position for it, I think.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't think it's fair that if someone, like, went to jail for a crime and then they've rehabilitated, clearly been out of jail a long time, they just immediately are discarded from the position because of it.
Yeah. I mean, depending on the crime, obviously.
Exactly. Like someone who's like, when they were 18, they sold weed, and now they're like 30 and haven't done anything. It's like, that's total bullshit, but they have drug trafficking charges that follow them forever,
Well, again, depending on the severity of it. I really like those, how sometimes you'll hear about a restaurant that only employs felons, and then they show interviews with the employees, like the cooks and waiters, and it's always like, yeah, this turned my life around. I'm really happy that they gave me a chance. It's heartwarming, but I still, as an employer, I wouldn't like, did this guy just sell weed on the street corner, or was he some sort of human trafficker who transported tons of cocaine across the border? That sort of a thing would matter to me.
Yeah. You got. I mean,
I'm pretty sure the ones that they're interviewing on TV would be like drug
it's-
traders and shit like that.
it's case by case basis again, of course.
Not
One
always.
of
I mean,
my,
there's some serious shit there too. Even people who, manslaughter,
Oh, wow.
accidentally killed his wife or girlfriend or something, and then he's still, I don't know, in some legal loophole he's out now, but still people will give them a second chance, which is, I guess, fine on a case by case basis.
One of my favorite success stories. He's some dude. He's been on a bunch of shows and all this and that. But he did some drug crimes in the 80s, and then when he got out, he got a law. Yeah, he got a law degree. And now he exclusively represents people who had felonies and are trying to get jobs. I think that's really cool. Wait, were you thinking of someone else?
Yeah, Nick something. You and I, we talked about this before. The guy, Fear of 13 is a really good documentary on Netflix.
Oh, yeah,
about this guy. I forgot his name. It's Nick so-and-so, who went to jail because he falsely admitted to a crime at some point. I don't remember all the details anymore, but
it was a murder that he had absolutely nothing to do with, but he admitted to it because...
No, he didn't admit to the murder. He admitted to, like, stealing a car close to where the murder happened, and then the police just figured, well, you idiot, you admitted to that you were there. You must have killed her. Yeah, basically. And then they locked him up for... What, 23 years? And it's amazing. And that time he taught himself how to read as many books as fast as possible and how to memorize certain, new words. He found a good system to teach himself words more efficiently. It's a really good documentary. I recommend.
I also highly recommend Fear of 13. It's one of my... Charlie, that was the one where you and Tiana were doing God knows what, and I was at your house, and I was watching Netflix in the room. I think you had like a business thing or whatever, and you came in like 3 times and you were like, what are you watching? I'm like, oh, it's a really good documentary. That was that one.
Okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's really, really good.
Nick Yaris is his name. I just looked him up. You can search
for
him on Google.
movie.
He's done a podcast or 2 before, and he has a really nice voice to listen to as well. A really eloquent guy. Actually, if you tune into the Fear of 13 on Netflix. At first, I thought it was one of those cheesy reenactment documentaries where they just get an actor to act like the victim, like, I went into my house at 13 o'clock. It feels so scripted, but then you realize, oh, wait, this is the criminal dude. It's him. This isn't an actor. He's just really that well-spoken. It's really nice. It's a good documentary.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I highly, highly recommend it. Like, I would also highly recommend Hubble Contacts.
Indeed. I mean, if you want to watch your Netflix subscription, if you want to get your money's worth, which you're never going to even come close to with Netflix, but at least you can watch your Netflix subscriptions with some clarity, right?
All right, so what if I told you that you can get a fresh pair of lenses for every single day for less? 60 contacts for $33. Do the math, that's barely $1 a day. This is way more affordable than other brands. Go to hubblecontacts.com, get your first 2 weeks free. These Hubble contacts are excellent. They'll help you see clear. As I just said, they're super cheap. They get delivered straight to you. It's just a really cost-effective way to start seeing more in your life. So go to hubblecontacts.com to get your first 2 weeks of lenses for free. That's 15 pairs of lenses for free. So go to hubblecontacts.com and see the difference. Make sure to select our show, The Official, at checkout to get your exclusive deal. That's HUBBLE contacts.com.
Boys, here's my next question that I thought about. It's got nothing to do with the Children's Guide to Existential Crises. What are some of tell us some about your favorite teachers throughout history? If we were talking about school.
What a fucking dumb topic.
Why is it a dumb topic?
School sucks, man. It's all about drugs and recess.
All right, fair enough. I don't know. I had some really cool teachers. I figured.
Me too.
I've got a real answer. I've got a real answer for you. I'll hit it first because now I got real excited.
Oh.
In high school, my sophomore year, when I say a stud, I mean, quite honestly, like the world's most incredible man for a teacher, a chemistry teacher. His name, Dr. Fultonovich. Now, Dr. Fultonovich would always have slicked back hair, like some Professor Utonium type shit going on in terms of attire, and these really dope fucking glasses that actually probably had a prescription, unlike my fucking useless ones. And Dr. Fultonovich was a military vet who also developed the chip that the Sony PlayStation 2 ran off of. Like the main motherboard shit that the Sony PlayStation ran off of. Like him and his team developed it.
So why is he teaching in high school?
Because he just wanted to teach. He just wanted to get away from it all and teach.
Well, it sounds like he's more like he should be teaching at college or something.
He eventually he had to leave during my sophomore year to go work for NASA.
Wow.
Are you sure he wasn't just fibbing? It
No,
sounds like
100%.
such a fabricated. Yeah, hey, the PlayStation you're playing, I made that, and I'm gonna go with NASA now because I'm an astronaut. I killed 2 Martians actually.
He didn't tell us that. One of the students like looked him up because he was a really smart guy and everyone knew he probably had to be doing some like cool shit. So someone like looked him up and there was like shit about him developing the Sony PlayStation or whatever. And then I asked him about it and he talked about it. I wish I knew how to spell his last name these days or what his first name was. We only know him as we only know him as Dr. Fultonovich. The man was fucking great.
Sounds like something out of Psychonauts. Fultonovich.
I don't know if he was an actual military vet, though. I think that might have just been a rumor because he used to go into the weight room and outlift the football players sometimes. So everyone just speculated that he had to be like special ops or something.
Sounds like a myth. All of it.
I know, maybe he never even existed and he was just like a schizophrenic episode I had, but he was so fucking amazing.
Just in between. Didn't you go to some... Wasn't it you who said that you went to some weird Catholic school where you had to give a presentation on 9/11 or something?
No, not a Catholic school, IB school, like a really small one. And yeah, I had to give a hot take on 9/11 being a conspiracy.
I got that throwback the other day where I was talking to my friend on Skype and he's changed his mind. This is the same guy who said that Jews did 9/11 because... Kaya, how come no Jew died on 9/11? Turns out he's changed his opinion a little bit. He looked me straight in the eye. My friend from Turkey, he's also Turkish. He loves looking at the webcam too, so he's looking me in the eye. He says, Kaya, do you really fucking believe that there were people in those buildings? I was at a loss for words.
Did you show him the pictures of people jumping out the windows?
Just actors.
I immediately I lost my shit. I started laughing, and then he got angry and riled up. I swear, if he knew English, he would be our best guest. He got angry, and then he started arguing that the American president has the right to execute anybody on the planet if he wanted to. And he just rambled on about these conspiracies and sent me videos
sounds like
of
a nut job.
Ex-CIA operatives spilling the beans on the government, but it's obviously all just nut jobs looking for attention.
He sounds unwell.
No, he's just a silly motherfucker. He's unwell, but just, silly fuck.
Do you really believe there are people in those buildings? What are the odds?
He straight up looks down into the webcam asking me. I'm losing my shit and he's getting angry that I'm not taking him seriously watching his 30-minute conspiracy loose change video on YouTube or whatever the hell he sent me. Some shit on Facebook.
And then he turns his webcam a little to the left with his corkboard with all the dots connecting to empty buildings.
That's great. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack that conversation.
What about you, Andrew? What teacher did you really like?
I got 2, because I have one that's kind of like a runner-up and then a favorite. My 12th grade statistics teacher was a man who truly didn't give a shit sometimes. And towards the end of our year, we were 12th grade graduating high school, so no one cared. He went, hey, does anyone care if we do the final a week early and then we can hang out for a week? And we were like, okay. And then on the last day of school, he brought in a griddle and cooked everyone pancakes.
Aw,
that's pretty
nice.
He was great. And then for that last week, we also just watched movies. He was like, we're going to watch 21 because it has to do with statistics. And
Yeah, sure.
But my favorite teacher was it was one of those. But my favorite teacher was actually a teacher's assistant, but he was trying to become a full-time teacher. He was actually like our age, maybe even probably our age when he was teaching, but I was in 3rd grade and he was from Japan and the dude was just the biggest fucking weeb in the world, and he would just be the coolest shit. He'd bring in like manga and share it with the kids. He played Yu-Gi-Oh and he would fucking trade cards with kids and shit. I remember at one point Marvel vs. Capcom 2 had come out. And I fucking loved that game. And I had it on the Dreamcast. And he also had it on the Dreamcast. And he had beaten the entire game and unlocked every character. And I was a tiny little boy. And I had no fucking idea what to do or how to do that or anything. So he was like, yeah, let me just borrow your memory card and I'll copy my save data to it. And he did. He brought it back. And I put in, and I had every character unlocked and everything and all this shit. And it was so cool. He was the coolest guy.
Sounds like a little too nice.
No, not at all. No, not at all. He would teach math sometimes because they split how the math groups were done, and he would tell ghost stories when he finished the lesson. He was just cool. He was super
I'll
cool.
copy it to your memory card. So, Andrew, I hear you're gay. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I just don't have anything to say to that. Because I mean, I gotta be honest, I know it's a really easy like idea of, oh, he was nice to the kids, huh? But like the dude gave off no creep vibes that I can remember at all. No,
I'm kidding.
No, I know. It's just, I don't think. I'm trying to search my memory banks if he was ever inappropriate or anything, but I really just think he was just he was just a really nice man.
Did I miss out on my chance?
No, he was just a nice guy. He was cool. He would play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because this is when it was coming up, and it was like literally 3 expansions were out. The game had just come out, and he would go to the card store. We would go to the same card store for like tournaments and events and shit. So I'd see him outside of school, and he was just a really nice guy.
What a coincidence! Oh, Andrew, you shop here too?
Well, no, what's funny is he was there before I was. He had been apparently going there a long time.
Oh, yeah, how funny.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Wait. What time does Andrew get here? Andrew, hey, what? Oh, what? You like Slim Jims? I didn't know that. I've got a whole big box of Slim Jims. What the fuck?
Oh my god!
I got so many Yu-Gi-Oh! I got Exodia in my van outside. Would you like to see it?
Wait, you play this card game that I love too called, what is it? Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah. Love it. But no, he was just a really cool dude. I just remember him being just, I don't know, fun. That's my favorite teacher. Nice. He was a role model when I was growing up, honestly. Maybe that's why I'm such a fucking weeb now. But yeah, he was from Japan and had a ton of cool stuff. That's my favorite teacher.
What about you, Jackson?
I can't remember any. I've been racking my brain over here trying to think of a favorite teacher, and I can't think of any. They were all pretty par for the course.
All right, how about you, Kyle?
Good one.
Most of my teachers were really nice people. I guess that Olympian with the kettlebell record or whatever the hell she was, I don't know what sort of an Urukai warlock orc she was, but that big butch lady, because in Turkey there's a shortage of like qualified teachers. She also would teach computer class, and she didn't even know how to turn on a computer, and she would also teach traffic class where you learn traffic rules and such, which she also didn't know much about. And she would just, in computer class, she would have me explain things to her, and she would give me great scores just because she liked me. And then she would also let me pass gym class even though I never attended. Basically, like I just passed PE with flying colors even though I never once went into PE. So that was cool. Me and my friends would just bail and go watch anime. So she was super cool with that.
But she felt sorry for you.
Actually didn't. Why the fuck would she feel sorry for me?
Because you're a weeb. You just said you were watching anime all the time, not going to gym class. So.
It's not like she was waiting for them at home to watch the anime. Or like spy on him.
All she knew was I was the one kid in class who knew what RAM is and what it does in a computer. And so she'd be like, she would have me help her grade the exams. Like, Kai, what the fuck is RAM? Oh, so is this kid's answer right? Okay, well, thanks. And then
wow, that's funny.
It was really nice of her. Yeah.
That's really funny.
Probably
that's
my
cute.
favorite.
That's wholesome.
It's wholesome.
All right. Well, let's move on to the shout-outs here. Andrew, do you want to kick us off this week?
Sure. So these are our shout-outs coming to us from our generous and lovely, happy people at Patreon, and we really appreciate
we should
the support.
do them in
.com/theofficialpodcast.
Patreon.com/
Jack order.
The official podcast. We should do them in Jack order, which is why now that I've thanked these handsome and strong people, I'm going to move it over to Jackson.
Hey everyone, it's Jackson.
Who is apparently falling asleep.
Yeah, so excited. Jeez, wow.
This one comes from Zachary Sims, who says, "Hey guys, how have you been? I've just wanted to say thanks for doing what you guys do best. Have a great day." Well, thank you, Zachary. That's very
Thanks,
sweet of
Zach.
you.
Straight and to
I'm
the point.
alright, Zach.
I hope you too have a great day upon listening to this episode.
Your turn,
This
Andrew.
is from Elgalos, and he specified it's for the tallest of body but shortest of dick host. So I don't know why Kaya's not reading this. And he says, haha, he says, resident archaeologist here. I found loads of cool stuff lately, such as a Roman spearhead, a bride knife, and a massive piece of Roman glass. You sound like you have a cool fucking job.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, he does.
Elvis.
He's the archaeologist.
Have you guys heard about that new Mexican dig site where they found just a huge mount of skulls? They figured that it's the biggest. Yeah, look it up. They just found what they believe to be, I think, the biggest sacrificial spot ever recorded.
Maybe it's just a marketing thing for the new Tomb Raider, because that's set in that
Thousands of human skulls
Yeah.
They had a hell of a budget.
assembled into pillars. Yeah, maybe. In ancient Mexico, or wherever they found it. Your turn, Charlie.
This comes from Greg Boomf, the Forgotten of Peef Spogdar. Yes or no? Egg. I like eggs.
I do too.
Yeah, I like eggs.
Disgusting. Absolutely not.
You don't like eggs?
I hate. So they are probably the one of maybe 2 or 3 foods in my entire life I haven't liked. I think they're disgusting.
Even like, no matter what way they're cooked, you don't like eggs.
I'm not a fan of spongy meat. No.
It's not spongy meat.
That's what it is.
It barely tastes like. Doesn't taste like meat though. It's
It
like
is meat,
it tastes
though.
like egg. It's different.
I've,
Egg's great.
I've tried so many ways, different types of cooking, different sauces with different dishes, in different dishes, as part of different dishes. It's just never. The only time.
Well, have you tried it scrambled?
Yeah, I even with ketchup on it to completely mask the flavor. I've tried
Ew.
everything.
No shit, you don't like it with ketchup on it.
Well, that wasn't the only way. The only time I've ever thought an egg was like, yeah, I'll eat this, was when it was in ramen. And by then it was so infused with soup,
Ew.
it was basically just like ramen soup.
Ooh, that sounds gross.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I probably wouldn't like the egg
You're like
there.
an alien.
I like it when it's run over by cars.
I guarantee you there's a lot of people who like egg and
I
ramen.
mean, the fact that you thought ketchup was a fitting condiment says
It
a
wasn't.
lot.
It was. I
is.
tried it.
No, on a scrambled eggs,
Yeah.
Kaya, ketchup's a really common one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like ketchup on scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
I'll move
You're
on.
up, Kai.
I'm ignoring all of you. This is from Anthony Fernelius, who says, when I first started jerking, I didn't know what coming, jizz, or finishing was. So I would literally just tug on my pecker for a few minutes, and I never got what the hubbub was about. Due to length, I will have to wait till next time to tell you what happened the first time I came. I mean, maybe our restrictions are a little messing with the storylines here.
The plot, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a really, I'm sorry to say, Anthony, a really weak setup. I just tugged a little bit. Do you want to hear the rest?
Yeah.
You're up, Jackson.
This comes from me again. He says, "Hi, Jackson, Andrew, Charlie, and Kaya. It's me again. I'd like this to be read by whoever owns the most pairs of socks." I just guess that was me. "With technology getting more and more advanced, would any of you consider getting cybernetic augmentations? If so, what would you get? Bionic eyes to see better farther? Electronic eardrums for super hearing and perfect pitch? Maybe multilingual eyes that let you see subtitles? Tell me what you would get and how much of you would become more machine than human."
As long as they were tested and reliable and, not in the initial beta phase where your bionic eye is likely to explode in your skull due to a bug, yeah, I'd get all of it.
Yeah, any enhancement that's available, I would probably also get.
Yep.
I'd start with a robot
probably.
eye and go from there. I want a HUD more than anything else. Augmented
Anything
reality.
that just passed basic beta testing. Like, I wouldn't be one of the first idiots to get a bionic eye and then just, have it blow up into my skull and fracture my brain, or get a robot penis and then have it fall off and rot. But as long as it was relatively safe, doesn't matter the cost, yes, I would want it. Definitely.
I would get
titanium.
titanium synthetic skin or some shit like that, vibranium skin
Yeah.
that can't take
Ooh.
any damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, +5 to resistance.
No, absolutely. He's
I'd
right,
be the
though.
best at board games.
Yeah.
Try to
You're
run
up,
me
man.
over, you won't.
You're up, Andrew.
Sure. Let's go with Dizzy Mercury, who says, "Do any of you boys have an opinion on the?"
No, your implant. Oh, did you say yours?
I already said I want bionic eyes for a HUD, and then we'll go from there. If you want me to elaborate, the biggest thing I want is I just want like stats on everything. Like if I'm running and I see a gap, it's like 72% chance of jumping gap, like shit like that.
Vats from Fallout.
In a way. Yeah, I just want stats for everything. Like if I go to a bar and I see the bouncer, it's like strength 100, intelligence 4. Like it's any of that shit.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be really
and it's
cool.
like it's like if I'm trying to get inside the club, like recommended method charm, and then it's like it gives you ways to like win them over and stuff.
All right, well now you're making it lame.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, like
Well, he's getting more into Upgrade. I think Upgrade's inspiring that kind of part.
that does
there,
seem
'cause that's
similar.
kind of,
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's kind
Yeah.
of how Upgrade goes, where he gets an implant and like gives him like recommendations on how to handle things.
Yeah,
It's
like
really
imagine
great.
you're working out and then you're done and you put the weight back and it's like your muscles have grown by this much. You will be able to lift this much next workout.
Or even on the opposite side, you didn't lift hard enough. You're not going to see results with this. Would recommend.
Yeah, or
2 more
do
sets
this,
or
or
something.
yeah. I just want augmented reality.
Tell you how to do everything perfectly.
One of those cheesy, futuristic UIs and movies that we see, just alarm, you didn't lift hard enough. Add 20 pounds.
Exactly. I just want augmented reality. But Dizzy Mercury, do any of you boys have an opinion on the game No Man's Sky? I would like to know if you've got thoughts. Also, Jackson, what games would you recommend to someone that loves the Destiny series, even Destiny 2, but not as much? Have a good one, boys.
You guys go first.
No Man's Sky looks like shit, but I never played it.
I've seen gameplay of it, and it looked incredibly boring from start to finish.
No Man's Sky is shit, and I have played it.
More
so-
like no gameplay, Sky.
My opinion is please stop falling for Kickstarter promises.
It wasn't a Kickstarter thing.
Yeah, it was. It was crowdfunded, was it not?
Nope.
No.
No
Sony
Man's
funded
Sky?
it.
You're thinking of Star Citizen.
Am I? I thought for
probably.
sure
Star
No Man's
Citizen.
Sky was a crowdfunded thing where people... Was it like, am I thinking of pre-sales? Pre-orders?
Well, yeah, there were every game has
yeah.
pre-orders though.
I just,
But that
I
didn't
feel like I
fund it.
remember something where the consumers got fooled and they got fucked at the end of it.
Yeah, because
guess.
of pre-orders, like all the marketing stuff
Yeah.
showed No Man's Sky as being really cool, so they pre-ordered it, obviously. But this isn't like an only No Man's Sky problem. It's just that they kind of
Yeah.
exacerbated it.
Okay, sorry, I guess I remembered it wrong.
And for the Destiny question, I would recommend Borderlands. I guess that's the only. Oh, actually, Warframe is quite similar to Destiny in a few ways.
Love Warframe.
Yeah. So Warframe's also free, so check that out if you're into that kind of gameplay. But yeah, Borderlands is the closest link, I would say. Next question.
All right, this one comes from Proximity. Hey boys, I've been with you since week 1, having some good laughs along the way. I'm happy I've been able to support you guys this long. This fall, some friends and I are making a big move to another province, and funds are tight, so this will be my last month as a patron for a while. I leave you with one last question. What Minecraft block would you be? Keep up the good work. Hey, I'm wishing you
go Proximity. Yeah.
wishing
wish
you
you
a
the
great
best.
move,
Good
man.
luck.
And I don't know enough Minecraft blocks. I'll be the sand.
No, I'm the sand. I've always said sand. You
I'll
choose
be
something
the
else.
I'll be
dirt.
Obsidian. Kaya.
Kyle.
I don't know any other blocks. Water?
Well, like, I guess that kind of counts. Yeah.
No, it's,
No, it counts.
yeah,
Everything
whatever.
in Minecraft is a block. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I
Yeah,
haven't
okay.
played it in like 5 years, so I have no fucking idea what they got. I'm trying to find my section. This is slightly confusing. And Jackson.
You just stick on your area. Why are you darting around?
Because I'm reading
It's
yours
right at
as
the
you're
bottom.
reading them, but you didn't do them in alphabetical order. It's like JCAK.
Yeah, well, just stick to your area.
This is from Luther Aponte. For the past 3 years, my internet friends and I met in real life annually. Shoutouts to Nathan, Josh, Tommy, Ryan, Joe, and newcomers Kevin, Kyle, Johnny, and the new one we shall call Scruffy, who I'll be seeing in 3 weeks. I know they're all listening to this, so y'all better be ready to fucking party. I love you all. Now, that's a true shoutout right there.
Shout outs to you all.
Yeah. This man
That
just
was-
used his shout out to actually shout out a ton of people. That's the closest you're gonna come to the word shout out. Kudos, Luther.
Yeah,
Nice.
good shit, dude. I appreciate
Have fun,
that.
all of you.
Yeah.
You're up, Jackson.
This one comes from Daniel. I have no idea what to write this time, so I would just like a big shout out for the boys here in the official podcast.
Oh.
Thank you for being who you are and for doing what you're doing. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you,
That's
Dan.
super sweet.
That was sweet. Thanks, Dan.
We like that.
On you, Andrew.
Okay, this is from Lahik or Lahik. I'm too
Lahik.
tired. I'm too tired from moving to think of anything to say. You guys keep up the good work. Well, thank you. You keep up the good shoutouts.
It's so
thanks,
sweet.
Keep up the moving.
Yeah.
Everyone's so sweet.
Yeah.
This one comes from Lemurian Wolf. Hey boys, I got Psychonauts after I saw a bit of your stream and I'm loving it. Don't know if the character models are nightmare inducing or fucking hilarious. Anyways, have a good one. I streamed Psychonauts and I'm guessing Lemurian picked it up from that. It's my second favorite game. I nearly wore it on a chain. Hope you're enjoying it.
What is your favorite game?
Yeah, I thought
City of Heroes.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, City of Heroes is my favorite game.
Oh, did you ever wear like CD of that?
No, that didn't even cross my mind.
It was wasn't it a download? So I guess you could
No,
have the product key around your neck.
Ooh,
You could tattoo it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that actually, you should do that. Like Jews in internment camps, you could have the CD key as a tattoo on your forearm.
I actually really like that idea.
Fuck
I'm
you.
never gonna do it. No, I like. I'm obviously not gonna tattoo a goddamn product key onto me, but I think that's really clever.
Yeah, the Nazis, they were misunderstood. They were really just giving Jews free indie games. Those are all codes on their forearms.
Yeah, humble bundle kits.
if you scan a prisoner's tattoo, you get a free copy of Keebler Space Program.
Just,
Terrible.
it's man
Terrible.
absolution. Yeah.
What
Where's
did I
the
get?
computer
What
in
did I
that
get?
room?
What did I get? Slay the Spire. Oh,
Hey, I didn't really care too much for Bastion. Can I trade in this prisoner for a different key?
All right. Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is from James Douglas, who calls himself our favorite patron from Canada. Hey guys, thank you for another month of great content. You'll be happy to hear that since your reply to my shoutout last month, I haven't sold my Xbox like you said, but I did buy a PC. You guys were right, PC Master Race. Do you recommend any games for me to get on my newly built PC? Thanks again for always making my week a little brighter.
Recommend the Steam Summer Sale and just picking up as many as you can, really. There's just a whole lot of options there and they're real cheap right now, so just getting your feet wet with a lot of different ones.
Warframe's free.
You're really on a Warframe bender, so am I though. I love that game.
I don't. I recommend the exact opposite. Just because it's on sale doesn't mean you should get it and waste your money on it, because it's still going to accumulate. And let's face it, you're not ever going to be playing 99% of those games.
Yeah.
Find something you like.
that's what I did with the Steam sale. There were a ton of things where it's like it's half off, but I sat down and really thought, am I ever actually going to play this? Really?
Yeah. Exactly. And the answer is just fucking no.
It's always no. Jackson, I think. Yeah.
No, I said Warframe.
Oh, you. Okay, never mind.
Oh wait, is it my turn
I
to
think
read?
so. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry for
This one
not.
comes from
We didn't give you a single game recommendation, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Warframe. Jesus. Soyacidal. Soyacidal says, my job is a nightmare and I spend 8-hour days placing stickers on boxes alone in a warehouse. The only joy in my life comes from jerking off in the toilet cubicle at work and listening to the podcast.
I love it.
Thanks, boys. You truly are the spiciest meatballs. Thank you, Soyacidal.
You're making the most out of your
I'm-
job. I love it.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
I'm glad to hear the podcast helps with
Coming.
Yeah.
That's nice to hear. Thanks, man.
This one is from Tom.
Do a come tribute to all of us.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on the phone as you're listening to the
Write our
podcast
na-
and send it
This
in.
one's for
Write
the
our
boys.
names in it. This is from Tom. Can you boys give a shout out to my girlfriend Danny? Absolutely not. Let's move on.
Hi, Danny.
She's I'm not done. Can you
Hey,
give a shout out
Danny.
to Danny? She's a sporadic listener to the podcast, aka listens when I force her to in the car. Her question is have you any of you guys ever watched RuPaul's Drag Race? And if so, what are your thoughts? If none of you have, then why haven't you? You're missing out. Much love. XOXO Danny, Tom, Hamilton, Archie. Tom and Danny, RuPaul's Drag Race was explicitly the show that when I had AT&T cable living with my parents, it would be on all the fucking time, no matter what I was watching as I was flipping channels, and I would always skip it. Every single
Why?
fucking
I like that.
time I went to the guide to go to change channels or see what was on,
never heard of
RuPaul's
it.
Drag Race would be
Why?
on, and I would never watch it.
It's a good show.
I just didn't care.
Never even heard of
But
it.
it was on 24 hours a day. I swear to fuck, whatever channels it was on should have just been the RuPaul channel, because it was all they would play. All the time.
I think what Tom is trying to say, Danny, is that you need to get better taste.
What?
Well, this
Tom's
comes
our
from Frank
patron. He's
Monica.
obviously breaking up with Danny.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Danny.
Yeah.
You'll find someone better though than Tom.
Maybe Frank Monica. Frank Monica says, I wanted to give a shout out to my little brother. He first introduced me to you, Critical, back in the days of QWOP and when you had more subscribers than PewDiePie.
That's sort of a
Wait, that
backhanded-
happened?
Yeah, the glory days.
I didn't know
baby.
that was ever true. Wow.
You know what? I should really make that more public. At one point, I had more subscribers than PewDiePie.
What do you
That's
mean
a
more
fact.
public?
wait,
That's and then he overtook you by 100 times.
Yeah, by
We can
factor.
we can forget that part of it. Laughing our asses. Still love your content to this day. You guys are the same age and sometimes seem like long lost twins with the same deadpan humor. Although he's 6'1", well, that fucking sucks. Anyways, shout out to him and congratulations on setting your ass off for the MCATs, Anthony. I know you'd nail it. And congrats on getting into school. Good luck in the fall. Love you. Also, Charlie, he loves Fortnite. He's pretty good. You should play with him. Love all you official boys too.
What's the-
That was sweet, Frank.
Thank you, man.
What is the MCATs?
It's a standardized test
Mm.
over here. That's kind of a piece of shit.
All right. This is from Nao36T. It may not seem like much to you guys, but for me at least, listening to your podcast provides the sense of sitting with friends and having a few drinks. Well, it actually does seem like that to me now because I'm also having a drink. Life is demanding and having that time is something that I have not been able to accommodate recently, so thanks my boys. If ever there was a chance, I would buy you gentlemen a round or two.
That's
Oh,
very
I
nice.
fucked up
I like
there.
free
that is
I
drinks.
love free drinks.
Thank you, Nao.
Back on you, Jackson.
Yes, sir. This one comes from Dictator Dyke. Andrew, thanks for leaving me on red. Love, Tina. Jackson, thanks for leaving Dictator Dyke on red. Love, Tina. Boys, thanks for being the best show out there. Love, Dictator Dyke, aka Wrathu these days.
No
You
problem,
have a
Tina. You
spot.
got it.
This is a split personality. There's two characters talking here, the Dyke and Tina.
I think they're both the same person.
Don't worry, Tina. Leaving Owen Red was an arduous journey, but I am proud to do it, and I will possibly continue to do it in the future.
She sent me pictures of cats today, and I replied. So I didn't leave her on red this time. They were beautiful cats too. I love the cat collection photos that you shared, Tina. Thank you.
I mean, I just lose track of who I leave on red and who I respond to.
Yeah. You're a bad
Mr.
person.
Popular.
I'm
Yeah.
the worst. I have so many
Bad
messages.
motherfucker gotta have
Oh.
security called on his ass. You want to get rid of Andrew, you better call the muscle.
I've been to juvie. You can't fucking stop me.
Alright.
Did they teach you to read, Andrew? It's on you now,
Oh
man.
god, they teach me to leave on red. I grew up in a poor economy. This is from Hoobless. So apparently when I made my name, I didn't realize that hoob is a racial slur. It means uneducated, ignorant, loud, a leech on the economy, ghetto-ass, worthless black person. It also apparently means huge boobs. And then he puts in parentheses urban, which I means Urban Dictionary is telling him this. I'm not changing shit. And then also, don't be stupid, blah, blah, blah.
I don't like hoops. I'm more of a small breast kind of guy. Small to middle size is
I
my
agree.
favorite.
I agree.
Nothing against
I
big
thought it was
boobs.
just gibberish.
Any of the, bigger ladies there with some girth around their breasts. But for me personally, I like them perky and small.
I like a middle.
Agreed. Yeah.
I usually 90% of the time I'm in that ballpark, but I don't know. There'll be just those times where I'm like, man, I want some huge fucking titties, and I'll just go on a bender of like these giant tittied women.
Yeah,
It's that
I feel you,
craving.
but how
It's like,
often?
well, it's like junk food. It's like, you know, you eat normally nice, pretty good stuff, and then
Yeah,
sometimes you're like,
yeah.
fuck, man, I just want a fucking ice cream
Exactly.
sundae.
Yeah. Every
And
once in a while, not often, but
Yeah.
every once in a while, like just those gym ball titties. Yeah,
Exactly.
Like yoga ball.
Almost every other time, I like the small women, I like the smaller boobs, the athletic bodies, all that shit. But like, there's just those times where I'll just be
Sometimes, right,
looking
you just want to
around.
deviate. Like, yeah,
Exactly.
crush a watermelon.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just want that jumble, like you can put your whole head between them and get lost. I just, some of those days, just some days that
lost.
just happens.
Like a Windows 95 labyrinth screensaver, just get lost in them.
Just stare at them for hours.
Your turn, Charlie, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, this one's from Joe Giacoloni. I think I nailed that pronunciation. Hey yo, this will probably be my last shout out due to financial cuts, but I wanted to go out with a suggestion for a guest. The dude is Zach from the Self-Made Design. He started a whole movement to supporting local artists and even opened up the first gym for artists here in Boston. He wanted to show people that they can do what they love for a living and is succeeding so far. To everyone listening, go follow Self-Made Designs on Instagram and support your local artists. Peace, guys. Keep up the hustle and do what you guys love doing. We do what we love.
That
Gotcha.
was confusing.
Nailed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe.
Wishing
Yeah,
you the best, Joe.
thanks. Go check out Self-Made Designs on Instagram.
It's on you, Kaya.
Yes. And this is from Brandon Todd's mother. My son has been listening to your dirty, disgusting podcast, and I cannot believe how much of a degenerate he has become in such a short time. You should be ashamed of yourselves. I'm going to sue you for you ruining my son's life. Do you have hoops, Brandon Todd's mother?
Yeah, what's your booby size like?
I like
You
hoop.
got
I
some
like
nice
the word,
big
but I
old
feel
hookers.
I don't know if the racial slur part of it is a common known thing, so I don't know if I can use it like regularly.
Sounds like an STD. Do you have hoops?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be just Urban Dictionary reaching to try to make things slang. There's a big problem with Urban
Yeah,
Dictionary where if someone has an inside joke, they'll try to put it on there as an actual cultural thing.
Yeah.
So I'm
absolutely.
guessing that's not. I mean, I've never heard it in my life before, so I'm gonna assume that it's a.
Me neither.
Yeah, it's nothing. But whatever. If we're wrong, then we're just filthy racist. It's fine. Whatever.
Still hit me up, Brandon Todd's mother.
With those hoops.
Ban our
On you.
Patreon, please. This one comes from Brad Arfelli. Congrats on the $10,000 goal being reached, dudes. Andrew, your How It's Really Made videos are beautiful pieces of work. Check out my girl's art channel, atolls.deviantart.com. That's atolls, ATOLLZ.deviantart.com.
I thought you said 8
you
holes, like she has 8 different holes to use.
Thanks, Brad.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
On the
great.
$10,000 thing, we were planning on making a special episode, but the thing is on Patreon, the number that you see, it will always dip at the beginning of the month when people actually build. Because when people actually build, a lot of people will decide to drop out instead. So we usually are below the 10K line at the beginning of the month. So we haven't been able to celebrate just yet. But hopefully, maybe this month, if you guys go sign up, we'll be above 10K at the beginning of the month, and we'll have a special something. Some shindig. Maybe have
bonus
fans call out.
episodes.
We're figuring it
again.
out.
Yeah, I like the fans call in again. That would be fun.
I did it. I
fun.
still think we should do that.
On you, Andrew.
Before I move on to my next one, thank you, Brad, for enjoying my work in that shout out. This one is from Roger, and it's "You four are my favorite team since Wu-Tang. Been watching Charlie since 2010 and have listened to all 82 episodes. Love you all, especially Kaya."
Oh, thank you, Roger, for enjoying Andrew's work so much you like me the most.
Thank you for making me read out that you love Kaya the most. It meant a lot.
Thank you, Roger. I love you.
Nice, Roger. This one, Zyler Hermans. Here's a joke. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Thank you, Zyler.
Short, sweet, to the point. Yeah.
Thank you, Zyler. This is from me. This is from Anthony. Hey guys, have you heard of the TESS Renewal Project? If you were still interested in doing voice acting, the Skywind project by then is still looking for volunteers to voice the NPCs. Anyway, love your stuff. Keep up the good work. I have not heard of that.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
I assume it's like the Elder Scrolls Renewal.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. It's just a mod bringing like Morrowind or some Oblivion to Skyrim, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
I can't wait for
like
it to get shut down 2/3 into production.
Yeah.
But I'll do the voices for it. I'll be happy to lend my voice. I think we all would.
I mean, I'll voice fucking anything. Honestly, I will entertain all offers for the most part.
It depends. I might only have time to do a 20-minute Skype call.
I just love doing fucking projects and collaborations and working with people. I'll hit me up with fucking anything. I don't even care.
But you have to pay us. This one comes from One Savvy Savage. Hello again, boys. Just want to say I love you all equally, but in actuality, Kaya is bae. Why are they all? Why are they doing this? I also want to say it's been almost 2 years, and I still can't tell if it's Kaya or Jackson talking sometimes. Also, what? Also, when did Charlie's joke no longer become worthy of the podcast? Keep it Ziploc fresh, boys.
Yeah, we've been.
You can never expect when
joke.
it comes.
Yeah.
We're keeping it on standby for when we have a huge guest coming up in 2 days.
We'll whip it out on.
You're gonna tell it? Yeah, are you really gonna tell it to him?
I might tell it to.
Oh God, a man who actually.
Yeah, I could think of no one more suited.
He's gonna drop the call immediately. Can you save it for the end?
That's gonna be our mic drop. Like I'll tell the joke and then we'll hang up on him.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah. You know what we should do? What we should do is just fucking make him cringe, insult him, and then just hang up on him like 20 or 30 minutes into the call instead of the full episode.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's go ahead and burn a bridge with the biggest guest we've had.
I'm just
what a plan.
It's a joke on like, you know how he's not gonna hang up on us? Let's make it look like it's our choice to hang up.
Oh, right. Yeah, you didn't break up with me. I broke up with you.
Exactly. Yeah. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah, who the fuck is
Andrew?
Anyway,
I'm censoring these voices. Names.
So I'm out. Should I just grab one of Jackson or Kaya's or something?
No.
Okay.
No. These,
they're
all specified.
I also don't have any
it's
either.
just me and the games. This is like the Hunger Games.
You and Kaya have to fight for supremacy now.
The users decide, and they have decided. Is it my turn now?
Yep.
Okay, Andrew O'Keefe says, hope I'm not too late for the shoutouts, otherwise this is embarrassing. But it's your boy Andrew back at it again, and this time I would like to know Kaya's views on the Turkey president. Go fuck yourself, Andrew.
All right, back to Jackson.
If it hasn't already been discussed, that's what I look forward to discussing, is getting my ass in prison. All of you motherfuckers on Twitter, on Snapchat, on Discord too, just messaging me privately going like, Kaya, what's your opinion on the Turkish election? Was it manipulated? What do you think? Oh yeah, like I'm gonna get my mom thrown in a jail cell. Fuck you. Erdogan is awesome. He's our dear leader. I'm rooting for him. I voted for him. Okay? As far as you know, that's it. Fuck you. And he says, otherwise keep up the good work, boys. P.S. If you're looking for guest ideas, I'd recommend Stamper. His Twitter is glorious these days. XOX.
Oh baby, do I have
think
news
he's on
for
our
you?
list.
Yeah, I reached out to him and he said that if we schedule him, he's willing to do it. So Stamper will be on at some point.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Alright.
Right, with
this one
it'll be a super episode.
This one comes from Zachary. Hey boys, did you see the new Jurassic World? I had free tickets to go, but I just had no desire to see it, so The Incredibles 2 instead. Dinosaurs are cool, but I feel like I missed out. Love yous, less than 3.
See, how the fuck did you get free tickets?
I love how he went to the movie theater with free tickets for one movie and hated it so much he bought tickets to see a different movie.
Yeah. How did you get free? Tell us how you got the free tickets, Zach. Like, did you strong arm IMAX?
Yeah,
Shut up! I want to hear from Zach.
Yeah, tell us in next month's shout out how you got those tickets.
Yeah.
Reveal the secret.
I see. This is a business strategy. You're trying to get him back on board. Nice.
Well, he can't if
on
he
you,
wanted
Kaya.
to. This is from Sergeant.
Wait.
What?
Didn't he not want to? Did you guys see Jurassic World? You had a question.
No, I did
No, I
not.
didn't. And Charlie made a whole moist meter, so let's move on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
fuck
knows.
me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't care less, to be honest.
Jackson, what did you think of Jurassic World?
My opinion is in the moist meter as well.
Good.
Continuing on, Kaya, your turn.
This is from Sergeant Dagmaster Kush to Grand Admiral Kaya. This has been a very loyal soldier from the start, I think. The seeds have been planted. We have successfully planted some of our agents as political figures on Pedo Island. Now we must wait for the inevitable coup. Requesting permission to move to the next target operation. Where are we hitting next, sir? Hollywood. The pedophile mecca,
Ooh.
I think.
Their fortress.
It's like Dr. Wily's fortress. We're gonna have to really reassemble our troops for that one, but it's gonna happen, Sergeant Dank Master Kush. Thank you
On
for
you,
the shout out.
Jackson.
This one comes from Jax off in the park.
You
who
skipped
says,
one.
Seeing as how the
You
character.
skipped one.
Alright, this one comes from Deviant Predator, who says, G'day, fellow buttheads. Just wanted you guys to do your best impression of Charlie. If possible, be witty if you can. P.S. Jackson, we need more Aussies on the podcast. I recommend Isaac Butterfield. Seems like a cool dude. As always, love you guys. Don't change. XOXOXOXOXO.
So am I dusting off the, am I cleaning the dust off of this old impression here?
Yeah, hit
Oh, God, I haven't done it in decades. Do you really want me to?
Just
All right, let's get it over with.
You can do it for all of us.
Stop acting like you don't do this at bars pretending to be Charlie anyway.
Oh, well, I did it pretending to be Markiplier, but... What's up, everybody? It's Critical. I'm here doing the official podcast. Let's do this shit. All right, and let's never do that again.
Alright, well, there's your impression. Your turn.
Who do I do?
Your turn.
You do an
Oh,
impression of Charlie.
Sorry, I don't know.
He's
What's
out
up,
of
everybody?
shoutouts.
It's Critical.
What's up, everybody? It's Critical.
Well, that was a fun one.
All right, now,
you're
now
up again,
Charlie,
Jackson.
try it. Go ahead.
Yeah, do your best impression.
Yeah.
Oh, Squidward.
Mr. Squidward.
Eugene.
That's still my favorite thing you've ever said on this show, Charlie.
Yeah.
Mr. Squidward.
God, I want to watch
Talking to himself as
SpongeBob
well.
now.
I think
such a
Kaya's
good
out
show.
of shoutouts. I think it's up to you, Jackson. to
Yeah,
close
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Jackson, the
so
last
is.
man standing.
I won the Hunger Games. Sweet. Alright, this one comes from Jax off in the park, seeing as how the character limit on shoutouts just keeps getting shorter. It looks like I only have space to say hello. Thanks. Well, to be fair, you did.
Hello.
You did burn us a little there. You could have saved a few words by.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By not
make it
burning
even
us.
shorter is what Jackson is saying, I guess.
Yeah. No problem, Jack's off. Hopefully in the future there will be a 10 character limit.
Two
Hopefully.
words.
We'll see. You're up, Jackson.
Fuck
Take her
you.
home.
Bring it on.
Alright. This last one comes from Andrew Jonah Boner, who says, I did it. I finally escaped my shitty slave job for once. For one that I actually like doing, even if it is way less hours. Don't know how long I'll be able to continue my $100 patronage, but I'll try my best to not go broke on you boys.
Hey, I hope the new position's much better, man. Don't worry about
Yeah.
the patronage, man.
Yeah.
Take care
Thank
of
you
yourself.
so much
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
supporting us through whatever you're going through.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that's it.
Thanks,
We're
Andrew.
done.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Alright, just
Okay.
at 2 hours too. Neat.
Yeah.
Sweet fucking A. Yeah, you can go to patreon.com/theofficialpodcast or official.man/Patreon if you want to support us. We have, at this point, 12 bonus episodes. It's over 15 hours of bonus content. We have cool guests, so you can check that out if you want to subscribe. It's a lot of nice bonus content that we put a lot of effort into. We're gonna be having guests who do we have planned? Mumkey Jones, we
Mumkey
have Dick, we have
Jones.
Asterios Kokonos,
Rice
Rice
Pirate.
Pirate has been
Dick
on.
Masterson.
Yeah, James Solomon McCune, that
Masterson.
cutie.
And more.
Yeah, and a bunch of guest lists if that's what you prefer as well. So please check that out. Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. And thanks for listening to this episode.
Please, 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 out there listening, consider listening to us on audio platforms. Ton of
yeah.
apps out there.
Yes.
Ton of apps out there to make it super convenient. Get the audio without having to go through a bunch of video buffering bullshit or whatever. Spotify, iTunes,
and the episode a full day earlier too on audio platforms.
We are now putting out episodes a full day earlier on audio platforms. Please consider switching your patronage of listening to the podcast to those platforms. It really helps us out.
If you're on YouTube right now, you could have heard this episode yesterday, you loser.
Exactly.
But thank you regardless for wherever you were.
Yeah. However you support us, we still are very appreciative. We're not.
Please don't stop watching.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.